Hi there, welcome back to Let's Cook with Michelle. I had planned on making something different today, but I found that my custard rolls were expired. So this is how it works here. You just figure out, okay, what do I have on hand? So today I'm going to make beef stroganoff. So I've got my ground beef, 2 pounds of Angus ground beef here in my pan. I'm going to start cooking, seasoning that up. I have my pasta going behind me. I have a bag of the wide egg noodles, looks like a 16-ounce bag. So I've got my noodles cooking behind me, but we'll go ahead and make the ground beef and the sauce for the stroganoff. So I've got my ground beef all chopped up in here, but we're going to throw in some things to season the meat. Always the garlic. I love putting in the minced garlic. And a little garlic salt. Garlic salt goes a long way, so I don't want to go crazy on that. I'll leave that out in case I decide to add more. Freeze-dried spring green onion. And onion powder. You can change these seasonings up to your liking, obviously, as always. Just going to kind of chop this up. And then we'll move it around a little bit, kind of distribute the seasonings around, and then just get this to start cooking. Once I get this, most of the paint gone on this, then I'll add in my mushrooms that I have sliced here. And you know my kids are here, they're going to complain about the mushrooms, but I'm going to put them in and they can pick them out because they'll find it. So, but I want mushrooms, so I'm going to put the mushrooms in it. Put the lid on and let it cook for a few minutes. Alright, it still has a little bit of pink left, but I'm going to get these mushrooms in here because I want them to be sauteed a bit. Because my noodles are close to being done, and we want to make sure that we get everything ready at about the same time. So, let's go ahead and throw in my mushrooms. I've already cleaned those off and I've got those sliced. So we're going to let this go for a couple minutes here. Put the lid on it. Speed that process up. So I'm kind of going for, I just used the things that I had on hand to make the stroganoff sauce. And so I'm looking at things and I'm realizing I'm kind of going for a French onion themed stroganoff sauce. So I've got cream of mushroom. I have French onion dip, which adding dip into different things gives it a good flavor. You can add dips into mashed potatoes, lots of different things to make it taste better. So I've got some French onion dip I need to use. I've got a reduced sodium brown gravy mix, and then I have a French onion Lipton soup mix. And so I'm going to dump all of those in, mix it all up, add some fresh grated Parmesan, and then we'll taste it, and I'll probably be adding a little bit of milk to kind of thin it out a little bit, and then we'll just taste it as we go and see how I want to tweak it. You could add some onion in here as well. I used up my onion the other day, so I don't have any onion, but I love my mushrooms to be sliced in thicker slices. And obviously you can eliminate the mushrooms if you don't want them. Like my kids will when it hits their plate. Isn't it funny that, like, I don't know, they can't find things around the house, but you have like a tiny little minuscule piece of mushroom. Even if I dice these really small, they would still find a tiny little minuscule piece of mushroom on their plate. It's crazy to me. But where's the ketchup or the ranch in the fridge? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to let this go just briefly, just a little bit more, make sure that ground beef is cooked, and then we'll start making the sauce. I'm going to go check my noodles because those might be done. Okay, pasta's done. Let's finish up this sauce. Alright, mushrooms, ground beef are cooked. Now, let's start with my cream of mushroom. You could use different ones. You know, some people don't like cream of mushroom. You could use something else if you would like, different flavors. But this is just a concoction that I'm going to throw together. Alright, so I've got cream of mushroom. Let's do the brown gravy mix. And the Lipton, I believe this was it's either the French onion or the beefy onion. I wouldn't doubt it's probably the beefy onion that I got. All right, add a little bit of this French onion dip in here. And this I'm using to replace my sour cream. You can add sour cream into stroganoff, so, all right. I think I'm gonna have to get a spoon. This is gonna be good. I'm excited that I'm doing the French onion dip instead of the sour cream to give it some more flavor. Looks nice and creamy. I'm gonna add just a touch of milk. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna add just a little bit and then taste it. I just don't want it to be really, really rich. So that's why I'm adding a little bit of milk. Kind of thin it out a little bit. And then I'll mix my noodles in once I like the sauce flavor. This is a nice thing you could make in advance and have in the fridge to eat at a later time. You could do this and then throw it in a crock pot on low and take it somewhere. All right, let's taste this. That's good. I'm not adding the Parmesan because it's got enough salt to it. I don't want to add any more salt with the Parmesan. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But I am gonna add in just a little bit more milk. All right, put my Parmesan away. All right, so I'm just gonna give this a final mix. And I'm gonna taste this one last time with a clean spoon. Don't come for me. I always check with a clean spoon. People come for me when I double dip, even though it's for my household. Okay, that's good. Now, it's a little salty, which is fine because I'm gonna mix the noodles in, and so that's gonna make it not as salty with all the noodles mixed in. All right, let's go ahead and mix the noodles in. It makes a ton of food. My gosh, there's a lot here. Serve this with an easy veggie, some garlic bread, some Hawaiian buns, bread and butter. I'm gonna add just a little bit of milk to this to make it a little creamier. Now it's the creamier consistency that I want. That's good. Perfect. Okay. Nice and saucy. That looks really good. All right, let's get a bowl and try some of this. Alright, this looks really good. Get some mushrooms on there. Okay, I'm going to put a little parsley on top just to make it look nice and pretty for our presentation. Okay, let's test this. This looks really good and creamy. I want a mushroom. Such a good comfort meal. Hot, comforting, creamy, mushrooms, beef. The sauce has a lot of flavor. I recommend trying that French onion, those different French onion things to add spice and flavor to the things you're cooking. I really like that. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. I'm at Let's Cook with Michelle. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. All of my full videos are always on YouTube. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thanks for joining me today. Mm. Mm.